Hello and welcome and namaste from New Delhi. You're watching DD India. I'm Gautam Roy. This is Express News, where we bring you the day's developments from domestic and foreign shores in under 30 minutes. Here goes. Prime Minister Narendra Modi participated in a program marking a decade of the Startup India initiative at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi. Each year, it's also marked as National Startup Day. Addressing the event, Prime Minister Modi said that India's youth are focused on solving real problems today. The PM also highlighted that India is currently the world's third largest startup ecosystem. Earlier, Prime Minister Modi visited an exhibition marking National Startup Day and 10 years of Startup India at Bharat Mandapam. Addressing the gathering, India's Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal highlighted that in the past 10 years, startups have grown from 400 to over 200,000, with more than 2.1 million jobs being provided directly. Piyush Goyal also attended the result declaration ceremony of the National Startup Awards at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi on Friday. The Union Minister was joined by several industry leaders and startup founders at the event. During the event, Minister Goyal answered various questions and highlighted the growing confidence among the youth of the nation. Marking a decade of Startup India, Prime Minister's office posted an article on X focused on India's evolution into a global startup powerhouse as policy stability drives growth, according to industry leaders. The PM also shared an article highlighting the country's vibrant startup ecosystem, which is helping creators grow in an inclusive setup and ponder innumerable opportunities for a Viksit Bharat or developed India. On the occasion of Thiruvalluvar Day, Prime Minister Modi paid homage to the versatile sage Thiruvalluvar, whose timeless works and ideals continue to inspire innumerable people across generations. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar welcomed Japanese Foreign Minister Motegi Toshimitsu for the 18th India-Japan Strategic Dialogue. Discussions focused on Indo-Pacific stability, AI and semiconductor cooperation, resilient supply chains, critical minerals, energy, health and maritime security. The External Affairs Minister delivered opening remarks during the 18th Indo-Japan Strategic Dialogue. He highlighted that India and Japan have successfully transformed their relationship from a purely economic one into a comprehensive strategic partnership. Japan's Foreign Minister Toshimitsu Motegi arrived in India on Thursday. The visit aims to strengthen partnership between two nations in security, trade and technology and the situation in the Indo-Pacific. Union Minister of State for External Affairs Kirtivardhan Singh met Egypt's Foreign Minister Badr Abdulati and held wide-ranging discussions aimed at further strengthening the strategic partnership. European Council President Antonio Luis Santos da Costa and President of the European Commission Ursula von der Leyen will be chief guests at India's 77th Republic Day celebrations on the 26th of this month. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla chaired the concluding day of the 28th Conference of Speakers and Presiding Officers of the Commonwealth at Parliament House in New Delhi. Delegates from over 40 nations actively shared insights on strengthening parliamentary democracy. Prime Minister Modi will flag off India's first Vande Bharat sleeper train from Malda in West Bengal on Saturday. Union Home Minister Amit Shah inaugurated the third International Kite Festival in New Delhi today. Addressing the gathering, the Home Minister said the Kite Festival will connect people across the country and in the future it can become a national festival. The Indian Army signed an MOU with the Podar Education Network Mumbai to enhance education opportunities for wards of soldiers. The Indian Army has signed a procurement contract under Innovation for Defence Excellence or IDEX. This initiative strengthens the defence startup ecosystem and further underscores jointness and integration in defence technology development. In business, Indian equity indices were slightly higher on Friday. Nifty 50 was up by 29 points at 25,694.35. At close, the BSE Sensex was at a gain of 187 points at 83,570.35. The Indian rupee ended the day at 90.86 against the US dollar on Friday. Gold futures maturing on the 5th of February was priced at 143,004 rupees per 10 grams on the multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures for the 5th of March maturity stood at 292,308 rupees per kg on the MCX. Brent crude oil futures was priced at $64.35 per barrel on Friday. Chip powerhouse NVIDIA has unveiled Alpamayo, an AI platform for autonomous driving, which is set to be made available on electric Mercedes CLA models in the United States this year. The US has signed a trade deal with Taiwan to cut tariffs on goods while boosting Taiwanese semiconductor and tech investments in America. The US Army unveiled the prototype of next generation of armored war tanks at the Detroit Auto Show on Thursday. Social media companies have collectively deactivated nearly 5 million accounts belonging to Australian teenagers. World-first ban on accounts held by under-16s went live on the 10th of last month. The United Nations Security Council convened an emergency session in New York on Iran amid growing concern over reports that hundreds have been killed during nationwide protests. The UNSC urged everyone to walk on the path of diplomacy and reaffirmed its solidarity with the people of Iran and warned that all options are open to stop the slaughter. US Envoy Mike Waltz renewed warnings to Tehran over its violent suppression of nationwide protests. Iranian Envoy Ghulam Hussain Darzi warned any aggression will be met with a decisive, proportionate, lawful response. White House spokesperson Caroline Leavitt on Thursday said that US President Donald Trump is closely monitoring the situation on the ground in Iran. The United States has imposed new sanctions on Iranian security officials and financial networks, accusing them of orchestrating a violent crackdown on peaceful protests and laundering billions in oil revenues. European countries have sent a small number of military personnel to Greenland as Denmark said it was pressing on with plans for a larger and more permanent NATO presence to secure the island coveted by US President Trump. Meanwhile, the White House has said on Thursday that a meeting between US officials and representatives from Denmark and Greenland had been productive and warned sending European troops to Greenland would not affect Trump's thinking about the territory. Trump on Thursday announced the formation of a Gaza Board of Peace, a key Phase 2 element of a US-backed plan to end the conflict in West Asia. Britain's Foreign Minister Yvette Cooper has welcomed the commitment to move to Phase 2 of the peace plan in Gaza. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres laid out his priorities and welcomed the developments in Gaza as well. Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado presented her Nobel Peace Prize medal to US President Trump during a high-stakes meeting at the White House. The US President heaped praise on Machado as he accepted the Nobel medal from the Venezuelan opposition leader and described her gift as such a wonderful gesture of mutual respect. Machado described the meeting as excellent and said that she offered it in recognition of Trump's commitment to the freedom of the Venezuelan people. She also highlighted the need to build democratic, solid and stable institutions. After days of angry protests over a surge in immigration agents on the streets of Minneapolis, Donald Trump warned of invoking the Insurrection Act to deploy military forces in Minnesota. Confrontations between residents and federal officers have become increasingly tense after an immigration and customs enforcement agent fatally shot a US citizen 8 days ago in Minneapolis and shot a Venezuelan man. The protests have spread to other cities. Former South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol was sentenced to 5 years in prison on Friday for charges including obstructing attempts to arrest him following his failed bid to impose martial law. Also in South Korea, fire tore through a densely packed hillside slum in Guryeong village, burning homes on Friday. The blaze is now under control and fully extinguished, but only after 258 residents had to be evacuated. A railway power outage in Tokyo disrupted the commute for thousands of commuters on Friday after two main lines with some of the world's busiest stations were halted after reports of a fire. Passengers were seen stranded between stations and walking along the tracks to evacuate. Japan's Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi met her Italian counterpart Giorgia Meloni in Tokyo on Friday as the two countries mark 160 years of diplomatic relations. We're taking a quick break in Express News at the moment, but keep watching DD India for the rest of this quick fire bulletin.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the Economic Brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
Welcome back. You're with Express News on DD India. Let's carry on. Now, the Indian Met Department has forecast light to moderate rainfall and snowfall over Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Gilgit-Baltistan and Himachal Pradesh from the 16th to the 21st of this month. Isolated rain is likely in Uttarakhand, Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh and West Uttar Pradesh in the next 3 days. The IMD has also forecast a gradual rise in minimum temperatures across northwest, central and east India in the coming days. Most regions, including Gujarat, are said to see stable to slightly warmer nights, bringing relief from the chill. Dense fog and cold wave blanketed parts of Delhi. Meanwhile, IMD forecast Delhi could witness slight relief from the cold as minimum temperature rose to 4.3 degrees Celsius after 5 days. The Met Office also forecast a rise in minimum temperatures across West Bengal, easing the cold wave conditions next week. Kolkata and other districts are expected to see mild mornings with occasional shallow fog, bringing pleasant winter relief. Cold wave. In other slices of life, Moscow's Musikaya snow dune rose to 5 meters after record snowfall, delighting locals and tourists. The snow pile cleared from city streets has become a popular winter landmark and photo spot. Morocco's Chouara Tannery in Fez continues centuries-old leather-making traditions, supplying shops across the city and sustaining livelihoods. Rome has enforced new 30 km/h speed limit at its historic centre, aiming to cut accidents and pollution. In Nigeria's Kano City, families keep alive a 200-year-old jaggery, which is a natural sweetener known locally as Mazar Kawaila, making tradition contrasting with the nation's heavy sugar imports. The Berlin Foundry has begun casting golden and silver Berlinale bears, iconic film festival trophies weighing 2 kilos each, which take around 40 to 50 hours to produce. Britain's Prince William met farmers during a visit to the family farm in Herefordshire on Thursday, while Princess of Wales Kate hosted rugby champions in Windsor. The Nepal's centuries-old bullfighting festival continues with fewer participants, as bulls are becoming more and more expensive and rare even in villages. Hindu devotees across Sri Lanka gathered to celebrate Thai Pongal, the traditional harvest festival marking the dawn of the month of Thai. In Andhra Pradesh, Visakhapatnam's glass sky walk, perched 1,000 feet above sea level, draws crowds with stunning Bay of Bengal views. Assam's historic Rangpur Mela Winter Festival concluded with vibrant cultural performances by various ethnic communities. Urs, an annual Sufi festival, began in Agra, marking Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan's 371st death anniversary, opening Taj Mahal's basement for visitors. In Chhattisgarh's Balrampur, the second day of the Tatapani Mahotsav featured a vibrant tribal fashion walk. The event showcased the rich cultural heritage and traditional attire of the state's tribal communities. The annual Palamedu Jalikatta in Tamil Nadu's Madurai began on Friday, a traditional bull taming event drew large crowds. Tamil Nadu celebrated Mattupogal, that marks the second day of the harvest festival, the festival honouring cattle for their vital role in agriculture and daily life. Deputy Strong Prayagraj Triveni Sangam for Magh Mela 2026, taking holy dips in the Ganga, Yamuna and the Saraswati confluence, seeking purification, blessings and celebrating the festival's deep cultural and spiritual significance. Entertainment news now, and the trailer of Border 2 starring Sunny Deol, Varun Dhawan, Diljit Dosanjh and Ahan Shetty has been unveiled, showcasing India's armed forces in action. The film is set to release worldwide on the 23rd of this month. India marks the birth centenary of legendary composer O.P. Nayyar, known for blending Indian and Western rhythms. From Aar Paar to Mere Sanam, his timeless, rebellious melodies still resonate today. Actor Vijay Sethupathiy's new film is titled Slumdog 33 Temple Road. The multi-language action drama is set for release in Tamil, Telugu, Hindi, Kannada and Malayalam. Oscar-winning composer Hans Zimmer will create the original score for Harry Potter TV series, set to premiere in 2027. Joining him, Karan Talve and Ansar Razmon will also help bring the magical world of wizardry to life with a new musical legacy. James Cameron's Avatar Fire and Ash in India has grossed to up to 222.9 crore Indian rupees. The film remains a clean hit and continues to draw audiences across the nation. The cast of Ryan Murphy's new series, The Beauty, including Ashton Kutcher and Jeremy Pope, attended its New York premiere. Stars posed on the red carpet and as excitement built ahead of the show's release. Singer-songwriter Harry Styles announced his fourth album, Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally. It's set to release on the 6th of March. The 12-track album was executive produced by long-term collaborator Kid Harpoon. K-pop singers and Korean band Blackpink's Jennie celebrated her 30th birthday on the 16th of this month, marking a decade-long rise in K-pop stardom. The singer-actor has launched a solo career, debuted in acting and serves as a global brand ambassador. American actor Robert Downey Jr. praised Timothée Chalamet's generation-defining performance in Marty Supreme at a special event. Downey called the Josh Sarthy film a rare, decade-defining cinematic experience. In sports, India crushed the US by 6 wickets in their Under-19 World Cup opener. Henil Patel starred with a fiery 5-wicket haul, bowling the US out for just 107 runs. JSW Surma Hockey Club sealed their first Hockey India League win, beating HILGC 3-1 in Ranchi. Harmanpreet Singh struck twice while Gurjant added one. Aryan Varshney became India's 92nd chess grandmaster after winning the Andronik Ragaryang Memorial in Armenia. He secured his final norm with a draw. Super Giants signed India's opener Smriti Mandhana for the 100 Women's 2026. She has scored 676 runs in 4 editions, joining a select group of 6 Indians to feature in the league. The Super Giants also roped in former Australia captain Meg Lanning, adding world-class experience to their squad for the upcoming season. In a historic first, Britain will host the Grand Depart for the 2027 edition of Tour de France. This will be the first time that both men's and women's tours will start in the same nation outside of France. Goals from Ferran Torres and Lamine Yamal gave Barcelona a hard-fought 2-0 victory over Racing Santander in the Copa del Rey on Thursday, sending it into the quarter-finals. AC Milan came in from the behind to secure a 3-1 victory over Como, with Adrien Rabiot scoring twice to keep the visitors in the Serie A title race. They now stand second in the table with 43 points. India's midfielder Manisha Kalyan has joined Peru's Alianza Lima Femenino, marking her third overseas stint after Apollon Ladies and PAOK, furthering her trailblazing international career. Harleen Deol's unbeaten 64 powered UP Warriors to their first WPL 2026 win, chasing down Mumbai Indians' 161 with 11 balls to spare. Her 73-run stand with Litchfield sealed a 7-wicket victory. Royal Challengers Bengaluru will look to extend their perfect start to the WPL 2026 when they take on Gujarat Giants in Navi Mumbai today. In tennis, the Australian Open 2026 draw took place in Melbourne on Thursday, setting up marquee clashes. Defending champion Yannick Sinner faces Hugo Gaston. Carlos Alcaraz targets his maiden Australian Open crown to complete a career Grand Slam. The Spaniard begins against Adam Walton, aiming to surpass Nadal as the youngest to win all 4 majors. In the women's draw, defending champion Madison Keys opens against Alexandra Olenikova, with top seed Aryna Sabalenka facing French wildcard Tianzua Rakatumanga. And Roger Federer returned to Rod Laver Arena after 6 years, practicing with Casper Ruud ahead of the Australian Open. The 44-year-old last competed in Melbourne in 2020. That's it for the moment as far as Express News is concerned, but the latest continues right here on DD India. Keep watching the channel.